Been waiting for me. Here I am, ready to go. Good evening. Good evening. We're going to have a great session tonight. Not planning to keep you very long. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Everyone out there, awesome to be with you. We're going to be talking about manifesting miracles tonight, and I'm only on YouTube. I'm not doing Facebook yet. Definitely considering it, but just not right now. So good evening. You can all hear me? Good. Gonna be an awesome time. Awesome time. Again, I'm not on Facebook or anything else while I'm doing the manifesting miracles and meditation because it's not for everyone. And I don't have an email list yet, but I'll get that email list and so that I can pass out this information. But for right now, just subscribe. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, go and subscribe to it. That way you'll get a notification, which is why I'm spending a couple minutes now. You'll get a notification that I'm live on your phone or on whatever device you use, and then you can catch me that way. I just really wanted to spend some time with those of you who are really serious about this concept and really want to learn about this concept on how to manifest things in your life. I am, to most of you out there, you would call me a Christian. So I'm not afraid of that title, but I'm actually more than that. I'm more than a Christian. I'm more than Christ-like. I am manifesting him and his kingdom every day. Hi, guys. Hi. I am manifesting him and his kingdom every day. Are you? So I'm a citizen in that great kingdom that he is building, that great nation that he's building. So go ahead and tell someone, listen, Dr. Martin's not going to be on Facebook. He's not doing this on Facebook right now. He's only doing this on YouTube. And that'll be great. Do me a favor right now before we get started, before you get real distracted, because it's going to be good tonight. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button and say hello to other folks who may be in here with us that are manifesting some amazing things in the next 7 days. They're going to be some amazing manifestations. I've already had 3. Wow, just really been an exciting week so far. Yep, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. You can contact me by my website. I have websites. You can DM me. You can do all this stuff on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. All right. Are you ready for this? I am. It's been 3 minutes, so I've given people a chance to come on. Okay. Here we go. Now, we're going to talk about miracles. And for those of you who come from sort of the same place I've come from, you might need some help with this word, miracle. What does a miracle really mean? So what does a miracle really mean to you? What have you heard that miracles really mean? And if you're a person of faith, regardless of what denomination, whether you're Catholic, I mean, all religions talk about miracles. But here's some definitions of miracles that are out there. One of them is a surprising and welcome event that is not explicable. You can't explain it by natural or scientific laws. And it's therefore considered to be a work of a divine agency. Okay. That's partly true, but mostly wrong. Okay. The next one that you can find in the dictionary is it's a highly improbable and extraordinary event, development, or accomplishment that brings very welcome consequences. And that is true, but not always true. Those aren't what miracles really are. There's another off-brand definition of miracle, and you can put in the chat what you've heard miracles are, right? But there's another sort of far-reaching idea that a miracle is an amazing product or achievement, or an outstanding example of something, you know, like a machine which was a miracle of a design. It was a miracle of design. It came from someplace. Good evening, guys. Okay, so now watch this. None of those definitions are true about miracles from the standpoint of creator. Write that down. We're going to talk about manifesting, then we're going to meditate a little bit. We're going to talk about manifesting from the creator's viewpoint, the creator himself. God, Elohim, the creator of all things, the only God, the beginning and the end, no matter what you call him from your background, the Holy One. He is the author of miracles. So God never experiences miracles. The Creator never experiences miracles. And in his mind, please understand, he never thinks he's working miracles. Never. I'm going to prove it. Creator never planned to have to give you miracles. Never. Never. Never in his mind. So miracles are a human phenomenon. Miracles are a human phenomenon. Miracles are not divine phenomenons. They're not. They're not. When we were first created, we didn't need miracles. We had instant manifestation. Instant manifestation. As soon as we thought it and we said it, it showed up and we said, this is good. That's how we were created. So miracles came to us. The need for miracles came to us after the fall. You're going to get more than what you paid for. You're going to get more than what you paid for because you're not paying anything for this, right? Miracles are a human phenomenon after we blew it, after we messed up, after we abdicated, after we, whatever religion you want to talk to, there was a great beginning and a horrible thing happened. And now the rest of us are getting, whether you're Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, all that, where everybody's trying to get back to this place, right? We had instant manifestation. So a real miracle are these 5 things at least. And these are definitions that came from me. So pray for me if they sound weird, all right? Pray for me if they sound a little weird to you. A real miracle is an overdue promise. A real miracle is an overdue promise, which means it was promised to you and now it's just overdue. A miracle is a frustrated longing. It's a promise and now it's turned into a longing because it hasn't come true. And because it hasn't come true, your heart grows sick and the rest of your body and your mind grows sick. Schizophrenia and people that lose it in their minds are just people that got really frustrated because they knew they were supposed to have something that they don't have. That's all it is. That's all it is. Your mind, your body, your spirit, the real you, your soul is used to instant manifestation. Instantly. That's what it's used to. That's what it was created for by Creator. So now we need miracles because of the fall. Call it because of sin, mistake, whatever you want to call it. Now we need miracles. But I'm going to show you how to get back to that. All right. So a miracle number 3 is a conflict of belief. A miracle is a conflict of your belief. Number 4, got 5 of them. A miracle is an unmanifested reality, which means it already exists, but it hasn't showed up in the physical so that you can see, smell, taste, hear, and touch it. It's an unmanifested reality. Now that sounds like an oxymoron. It is a reality. It's just not manifested in your life yet. And that's where the frustration comes from. You cannot desire something that you don't already have. You can't want something that hasn't already been given to you. You can't keep praying for something that Creator, God, Elohim, Lord of all lords, the big guy in the sky, what do you want to call him? You can't pray. You can't keep praying for something unless it already exists. That's where the frustration comes, because you're praying for something. You know it's out there. You can feel it. You can taste it. You know it exists, but it's not manifested yet. Lastly, number 5, a miracle is one belief away. One belief away from where you are right now is your miracle. You better tell somebody to either watch this now or watch it right when they get off work. You need to watch this before you go to bed tonight because it's life-changing. Totally life-changing. When you get a hold of what I'm telling you tonight, it will change your life, right? Here we go. Now watch this. My favorite book, and I read a lot of them. I read a lot of philosophy books. I read a lot of stuff out there. But my favorite book that I can apply to my life every day practically is the Bible. And in the Bible, there are 3 stories that teach us about manifesting miracles. Say it with me. My miracle, my so-called miracle, is just one belief away. One. Watch this now. 3 stories. Hang on. Gonna go quickly. There's a story that I'll title Belief in Authority. Belief in Authority. That's it. That's it. It works everywhere. Belief in authority. Number 1, there was a man in the Bible. This is Matthew 5. There was a man in the Bible, and he was called a centurion. A centurion is a man with at least 100 soldiers under him. He was Roman. He wasn't Christian. He wasn't Jewish. He was Roman. He was not a believer even. And this man came to Jesus, and he wanted Jesus to heal his servant that was at home, lying at home paralyzed. Now listen to the story now. This centurion had a man who worked for him, and the centurion knew he was not supposed to be paralyzed. He was frustrated that he was paralyzed. He had done everything to help him being paralyzed, but he heard about Jesus. He wasn't a Jew. He heard about a Jesus who was a miracle worker, and he went to Jesus and said, "You can heal my paralyzed servant because I know there's something wrong with being paralyzed." He knew it. He knew it was an unmanifested desire. So he needed a miracle because sin had cut us off from miracle. Sin had cut us off from instant manifestation. So he's trying to get a manifestation for his servant. He knows it's overdue. It conflicts with what he believes is right. You get what I'm saying? It is frustrating because it's a longing in his heart that this servant close to him was paralyzed. But watch what happens. He simply says to Jesus, "If you say he can be healed, I know he can be healed." Jesus says these words because he didn't know who he was dealing with. Jesus says, "Okay, I have time. I will go to your house and heal your servant." And the centurion gives us a clue that you don't even have to be saved to get miracles. There are a lot of people around you getting miracles. Well, why am I not getting miracles? Because you're too Christian. You're too much like a Christian. You believe in yourself instead of the Almighty. You believe in you. You don't believe in Creator God. You believe you got something to do with it, and you don't. You don't have anything to do with it. So I would say, number 1, you've got to have belief in authority for this manifestation. Number 2, this next story is amazing. Write it down. You got to refuse to be frustrated in your, because I said up here that a miracle is a frustrated longing. You get frustrated because you've been longing for it so long. Why won't it happen? Why won't it show up in my life? Why won't he call me? Why won't she like me? Why can't I get that job? Why can't I manifest the millions? Why can't I do this? Why can't I lose weight? Why can't I do that? And now you're frustrated with it. This lady taught us. And by the way, none of these people I'm talking to you about tonight are Christian. None of them. Well, they're not Jews because there is no Christianity yet until Jesus, rose from the dead. Okay. So this woman, she's called a Syrophoenician woman from Tyre, right? And she wanted Jesus to heal her daughter. Again, it was unmanifested. It was a longing in her heart. She knew that if she believed in the right person, even if I don't believe in him as a Jew, I believe he's healing people. So she came to him. The first thing he did was he tried to frustrate her. He didn't even answer her. And sometimes that's what happens in your life. You are expecting something to manifest in your life and it doesn't happen. So you get frustrated. She refused. Write it down. I refuse to be frustrated. Then he told her, "I'm not going to do it because you don't deserve it." She refused to be frustrated. I'm not going to be frustrated because I'm not Jewish. In other words, forget Jewish and just talk about yourself. You cannot be frustrated because of yourself because you haven't received a miracle. Don't blame yourself. She says, I'm not going to even argue with you about that. I don't deserve it, but I don't need to deserve it from you. I don't have to be a Jew to receive it. I don't have to be a Christian to receive it. I just need to refuse to be frustrated and believe in you. Is that clear? That's the second one. You can read those yourself. That's Matthew 15:21. So again, from my favorite book, this is the story found in Matthew 8:1-4. And this is what happens. A leper comes and finds Jesus, the Almighty walking on earth. He comes and he finds him. And this, I want to read part of this to you because it's so, and you can get so much from it. Don't get mad because it's the Bible. It's in all the books out there. There's only one God, only one Jesus. There's only one Lord. So don't get all that mixed up. This is what happens here. He said, when he had come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him. That's Jesus. And behold, a leper came and he worshiped him, saying, Lord, listen to what the leper says. If you're willing, I know you can make me clean. He wasn't wondering if he could be made clean. He'd been wanting to be clean all his life. It's been a hope for him. It's been something that's been deterred. It's been something that's been frustrating. And he knows now that here is a man that's connected with Almighty, connected with Source. Say Source. Here's this man that's connected with Source, and I know he can change my life. What does Jesus do? Jesus put out Jesus first said, I'm willing. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. He said, I'm willing. I'm not your problem. I'm not your issue. I'm always willing to give you a miracle. I'm always willing to give you what I promised. I'm always willing to give you what I designed for you. You did not just come here, I sent you here. And I paid in full your visit to the earth. It's all paid in full. It's already paid. You're struggling because you don't believe it's paid. And you believe you got to do it. You believe you got to work for it. You believe you got to have a job. You believe you got to earn it. You believe you got to be right before God in every way before he can do stuff for you. Not true. It has nothing to do with you or how perfect you are, how holy you are, how righteous you are, has nothing to do with that at all. None. I don't care what anybody tells you. If it had something to do with it, Jesus never would have given that woman who was unsaved a miracle of healing her daughter. The centurion said these words. He said, you don't have to go to my house. I know what this is. This is an authority thing. This is not about whether I'm a Jew or not. This is not whether I'm worthy or not. This is not about if I can earn it or not. I sense that my servant being paralyzed is not right. It's not the right thing. It's frustrating all of us. We're tired of it. We heard you can do it. You don't even have to come to my house. Listen to what he says. If you speak the word, you have so much authority in your mouth that whatever you speak here will happen to my servant there. Jesus is like, I've never heard of this. I'm Jewish, and we don't have any Jewish people who believe like this. And the centurion said these simple words. I'm a man under authority. Now, most people say, well, he's saying I'm a man under somebody. That's not what he was saying. He was saying I'm a man and I got people under me. I have at least 100 soldiers under me. And when I tell them to go, they go. When I tell them to come, they come. They don't ask me why. They don't ask me to provide them swords. They don't ask me to provide them food or water. I automatically do that because they're under my authority. So the servant says, I'm under your authority now. So if you tell me my servant's healed, you don't have to come to my house. So this last guy, this last leper, teaches us a lesson. Jesus says, I'm willing to heal you. Here's the question to you, leper. Are you willing to receive? That's the key. The leper says yes. So Jesus tests him. Jesus tests him. Take this out of the Bible and understand how the universe, everything created, is testing you right now because you're waiting for a miracle. And the universe is really saying, I just need you to believe. So he said, you're healed. Well, I don't necessarily see it. Don't worry about it. To be healed and to get a script of healing from leprosy so you can go home, be a part of your friends and be a part of normal life, because he was living outside the city now. That's why he met Jesus coming down from the mountain. He can't go in the city. He's outside the gate. So now he says, go. Now watch this now. Go and tell the scribes that you've been cured of leprosy. Don't talk to anybody else, but don't tell them it was me. Now listen. Let's make it practical. He's telling him, a leper, who's not going to be healed until he gets to where the scribes are. So on his way to the scribes, he's got to believe he's healed. That by the time he gets to the scribes, he's going to be healed. He might have had to walk through some streets where people were shouting, leper, leper, run away. They could have called the police so they could kick him back outside the gate. But when he got to the scribes, he was healed. He was given a script of healing. So this is the third thing. Whether your miracle has manifested or not, you got to say it's on its way. It exists. What did I say? It exists. It's already been created for me. So here's how we have to deal with this. Here's how we have to deal with this. Once I ask, it has been given. What are you saying, Martin? I'll tell you what I'm saying. You lost instant manifestation because you were not connected to Creator anymore. But since all things have been restored to you through Jesus, whether you're a Christian or not, I'm a kingdom citizen myself. I belong to that country called heaven. Jesus is King of my life, not just Lord and Savior. So now my relationship is restored. And Jesus said it this way. If you ask, you receive. Short verse. What's missing? Let me explain it for you. You cannot pay for this, so don't miss it. Once you ask or long for something, it's like prayer. You've asked God. You've asked the universe for healing. Instantly, you receive it. That second. Then why doesn't it manifest? Because the first thing is your job. Ask. The second part of it is God's job. He answers. The third part is the hardest. You have to believe until you receive it. And if you believe it, then it manifests itself in 7 minutes, 7 hours, 7 days, or 7 months, or 7 years, or 7 decades, dependent upon your faith, dependent upon what you believe. And you cannot lie to the universe about what you believe. They won't. You can't lie. You can't lie to the universe. It knows you. It knows your heart. He, Creator, and everything He created can understand the deep longings and the deep beliefs of your heart. So this is how you manifest. Wow. I was just looking at my time. Are y'all okay? Y'all okay? Okay. This is how to manifest. Please write these down. It's okay if you stop commenting for a moment. Write these down. This is how you manifest miracles. Because from this day forward, you won't call them miracles. They're going to happen in 7 minutes, 7 days, 7 months, and some big ones in 7 years. It's going to start coming to pass, right, in your life. This is how you do it. You have to believe this, that if you ask for it, if you ask or long for it, it already exists. It already exists. You got to believe it already exists. If you have asked for it, if you have wanted a miracle of healing of leprosy, of healing your daughter, or paralyzation, or money manifestation, or healthy body manifestation, if you have asked for it, it already exists. Number 2, you need to get out of the way. It ain't got nothing to do with you except meditation and belief. You can't, number 3, you can't earn this miracle. You can't earn it. You can't be perfect. You can't earn it. Anything you do for God, Creator, Holy One, the one who always was and will always be, he doesn't exist. He is Him. You can't qualify. You can't live up to His standard. Give up on that. I'm not saying be weird and loose and, contrary to you live in harmony with the real God inside you, respecting the God inside you. So you don't ever live trying to break any laws or trying to hurt any people or trying to bring any people under your control. Never, 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 never. You don't hurt your own body. You don't hurt anyone else's body. You're not mean and awkward to people. No, you're not trying to do that. But on the other hand, even if you did all that, you still couldn't earn it. Even if you were perfect, you couldn't earn it because you were never supposed to earn your miracles. 4, you have to receive it. You do. Asking is easy. Asking is easy. That's your job. God's job is to answer you, and he does that instantly. I could point out a bunch of verses in lots of different books and lots of different religions that say the same thing. As soon as you ask, it is given. As soon as you ask, it is given. The problem is it's given in a spiritual world, not a natural world, because you are spirit first. You're not this body. Don't be hung up on it. You're not the color of your skin. Don't get hung up on it. You're not male or female. Don't get hung up on it. The spirit of creator lives in you. And the only thing that gives that spirit character is on earth. The only thing that gives that spirit character on earth is your body, your male or female, wherever you're from, your skin color. Otherwise, you're just God in flesh, period. So the first place this miracle is delivered is to your spirit. It's out there. It exists. It's real. It's just as real as everything you see that everybody else was dreaming about till they did it. It's real. Everything you have asked for, you have it now. And it will only manifest because number 3 is the real work. Number 1, ask, which is easy for us. We're asking if we never say words, our longing for things. Our car drove by the other day and I was like, wow, that's a beautiful car. But I said it in my mind. A longing came out of me for that car. Right? So it already exists. It just depends on me when I manifest it. Right? Because first I ask. Second thing is God's job. He answers. Third part is the heaviest part. I have to believe it is done. And as soon as this thing that's been given to me, as soon as I match it with my faith, my belief, do you believe I can heal you? Of course I believe you can heal me. Then you're healed. Do you believe I can heal your servant at home? Do you believe that? Yes, I believe it. Then he's healed. Do you believe your daughter can be rescued by me? I believe that. Then she's rescued. Simply put, they had instant manifestation because they didn't have religion in their way. They didn't have religion in their way. So instant manifestation. We call it a miracle, but it's the way you're supposed to live every day. And I'm going to show you how to manifest. I'm going to show you how to manifest it by meditation and training your mind and being ready to receive. Your number 1 job for the rest of your life. Put this in the chat. If you're listening to me, everybody put this in the chat. My number 1 job is to believe higher. My number 1 job is to believe higher than I've been believing. My number 1 job is to increase my faith. My number 1 job is to increase my faith. My number 1 job is to believe it's already done. My number 1 job is to believe it's already done. Lastly, my number 1 job is to simply receive. My number 1 job is to just receive. That's my job. He did not give me the job of being God. I don't have to make miracles. I don't have to create them. I just need to manifest them. That's it. That's it. I just have to manifest them. And how do I manifest them? I get out of my way. I get out of the miracle's way. And I just receive. I receive. It is done. I go to bed with it is done. I wake up with it is done. In the middle of my day, eating lunch, eating my bologna sandwich, it is done. While I'm jogging on the treadmill, I just think it is done. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. Thank you. Thank you for doing that for me. Thank you for creating that for me. Thank you for allowing me to enjoy this. I'm enjoying this. Not, I got to work harder so I can get some more. No, enjoy what enjoy what enjoy what Creator gives you. That's all. Ask for it. Let Him give it to you. Receive it. Be grateful. Be joyous. Tell everybody how to get it, because there's enough. You don't have to cheat. You don't have to steal. You don't have to keep anybody else from getting theirs. There's plenty. He can create anything for you and for everyone else. Your job is to just receive. So you know how to meditate. I'm not going to meditate with you tonight. You do it yourself. We've been together for 4 weeks, and this is the last one tonight, right? This is the last one tonight. I told you I'd do 4 with you, right? But here it is. You get into a place, because meditation works. Jesus said this now. He went alone into the garden to meditate. Meditation works the best when you are quiet, when you're happy, when you're still, and when you're able to focus. It's difficult to meditate when you're in a bad mood, right? So meditation works best, and that's why you do it in the morning. You do it in the morning because nothing has upset you yet. So you can do it in the morning before you're upset, before the babies wake up, before work calls you, whatever, and you meditate. Just be grateful. Be happy. Believe it's already done. Be thankful. Send love to everybody. Release people from your scorn. Release others from, they don't need to forgive you. Just let them go. They don't need to say, I'm sorry. Just let them go. You don't need any of that in your meditation time, because every time you blame someone else, you're telling Master Creator that you're not mature enough. And now you're frustrated. You're not like the Syrophoenician woman. I'm not giving it to you. I understand. You're a dog to me. Roof, roof. She refused to be frustrated. You got to do the same. Don't get frustrated with people. Don't get frustrated with things. Don't get frustrated with your boss. Don't get frustrated with the referee. Don't get frustrated with the police officer stop you, gave you a ticket. Don't get frustrated. It gets in the way of your manifestation. Stay grateful, humble, thankful. Just receive. And when you receive something from universe, you just say thank you. You don't try to pay for it. You can't. You can't earn it. You can't demand it. Now it's time for you to go back to the top. Every overdue promise, you must manifest it by believing. Every frustrated longing, you have to manifest it by raising your faith to the level of what, if you have a big miracle, I mean, you're 75 and you want to manifest having a baby, you got to get your belief and faith up to that level. You understand what I'm saying? That's a higher level. That's a higher level than wishing the splinter was out of your finger. Right? Those are big. So you got to match, like a radio station. You got to match your faith with the thing you're creating. How do I know? How do I know I'm matched? When you get matched to your miracle, you no longer feel like it's a miracle. You believe it's done, even though you don't have it in your hands. If you can have it in your meditation, you can have it in your hands. And you'll just receive it as done. All your frustration will go away. You'll believe the promise has been revealed. There's no more conflicts in your belief system. You simply believe. Your faith is soaring high. This reality has become real to you. It's like it's there, right? Now you have one belief in that thing is happening. So just receive it. So tonight, before you go to bed and in the morning, you're just going to wake up, and the first words in your mind, the first words out of your lips, the first manifestation you're going to say is, it's already done, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. It's already done, and I am so grateful. Thank you so much, It's already done, and I'm so grateful. I really appreciate this. I really appreciate this. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to savor these moments. I'm going to have a good time. If he promised you something and now you see signs of its manifestation, then you can. I'm telling you. I've been dreaming about and trying to manifest something for over 3 years, and it's huge. It's huge. It's been a longer prayer, but meditation and believing it. It's been between 3 and 7 years. I gave birth to it about 7 years ago, but 3 years ago I got real serious about it and meditated on it day and night all the time. Now that it's coming to pass, I'm like, well, yeah, this happened 3 years ago for me. I received it 3 years ago. I knew it would happen. I mean, it is an impossibility. I'll tell you about it later, but it is an impossibility. But I knew it would happen. I had already received it. I asked it. I asked for it. I believe he gave it to me. And I just said, Martin, you have to get to the level of what you asked. You've got to stop earning it. You got to stop being so hard on yourself. Enjoy the ride because Creator wants to give it to you, right? So what are you going to do tonight? You're going to meditate. Some people call it prayer. It's a little bit different than prayer. But in prayer, if you ask, you receive, and then you give thanks. You become grateful. So whatever you call it, but I'm saying go to a quiet place, calm yourself, relax, control your breathing, because you're going to stop every other thought from coming into your mind. And now you're going to be grateful. You're going to release other people. You're just going to love the power and the presence and the opportunity that you have. And now you're just going to start saying, I thank you for that. I thank you for healing my son. I thank you for healing my servant from being paralyzed. On my way to see the scribes. I'm going to be thankful that I'm no longer a leper. I'm thankful for this physical manifestation. I'm just so grateful for this financial thing, this idea you gave me 20 years ago. I'm so glad it's already done. Wow. Thank you. This is amazing. You're such an amazing God. You create such an amazing universe, and all these little signs, everything. When your faith comes up to speed, all these little things are going to start coming together to cause that thing to be manifested. And your life, in just a few months or a few years, they will not be miracles anymore. You will be instantly manifesting. Maybe not in your hands, but as soon as you can capture it in your mind, it's going to be instant to you that it's already done. Martin Williams, this is your Monday moment. I'm challenging you tonight to meditate on these things. Concentrate on these things until it's manifested in your life. I believe it. Do you believe it? I think you do. I will see you next time. I'll let you know what's coming up next. This week is a life changer for me. Some things that I've been praying for are manifesting, and that's why I've been teaching you about manifestation. This is what I've been doing for years. I know people say, does it work? And I'm like, I don't know if does it work is the right question. I would simply say, this is the way it's done. Will it work? Depends on if you work it. It's all about what you believe. So I'm challenging you to believe. Well, have a good night, y'all. See you later.